in your neighborhood.
Riverbank State Park has fallen victim to the budget axe. Beginning today, the park's hours have been cut. New York 1's Roger Clark is at the park this morning with more on the effort to keep it open. Good morning, Roger.
Yeah, Pat, one of the realities of the state's $8.2 billion budget deficit, and as you can see here, this gate here at 138th Street, this would usually be open at this time. Usually would open at 6 o'clock, but not anymore. Effective today, it will not be opening up until later on at 11. Those are the new hours here at Riverbank State Park. And of course, as you would imagine, folks who are used to coming here for early morning exercise and for programs and things like that, not very happy about it. To talk a little bit more about that, Margaret Tobin is here from New Yorkers to Save Riverbank, and with a whole other group of people who use the park and are advocates of it. And really, you guys are not happy this morning.
No, we're not happy, Roger, and we think it's really tragic. Riverbank State Park is used by everybody in this neighborhood and throughout the Upper West Side and other neighborhoods. The swimmers that are here, the gardeners that won't be able to water their gardens before they go to work, the runners that are here that come out early before they have to get up and get their kids to school. I mean, these are real New Yorkers that are actually being affected today by these budget cuts. And what we find particularly tragic is that there doesn't seem to be any savings that are happening. We understand the global issue of the budget deficit, and what we see is waste, more waste. And what we'd like is for the park to be open. We're happy to work with the administration to make it run better, but these are real people. This is a 6 a.m. swimmer. You see a lot of folks gathered here this morning. You know, we're not here, we're here for our health, because the park it's our backyard, it's our front yard, and it's how we live in New York City. It's what we do. And so for this to be done, it seems like it's being done as a ploy, and in fact, it's affecting real New Yorkers' lives right now, right today. Okay,
and we're also joined by Elizabeth Brett also from New Yorkers Save Riverbank, and I guess right now it seems pretty dire. Hopefully, there's something that can be done. I would imagine once the state budget is finalized, maybe funds can be restored to keep the hours back, get the hours back open.
Yes, the hope is that when the budget is approved, that the park will resume its hours from 6 in the morning till 11 at night every day, as it was ever since it opened in 1993.
But I guess if not, then how does this affect the community? Really, just I know, as Margaret said, just you get people who would usually be exercising right now who have to find somewhere else to go, right?
Yes, and there are some other things that are of a real concern. There has always been a summer camp at Riverbank. It's very difficult to pull a summer camp back together to begin on the 1st of July, when the budget might be approved as late as sometime in June, and this is difficult.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for joining us this morning. And so that is the situation. And if you are a person who uses Riverbank, just so you know, the new hours here, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. And on the weekends, it'll be 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And as I said, it used to be 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. So certainly a big difference in hours. And once again, as you mentioned, Riverbank State Park falling victim to that budget situation here in New York State. That's the story from here. I'm Roger Clark, and let's head back to you in the studio.
Yeah, and that locked gate behind you says it all, Roger. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Look at what's happening in your neighborhood.
The budget axe has come down today on parks and historic sites around the city and around the state. Riverbank State Park is one of them. No, though not the only green space to feel the pinch. Here comes Roger Clark is at Riverbank State Park this morning with more on the reduced hours there. Good morning, Roger.
Yeah, Pat, good morning. And we're talking about the closure of 41 parks, 14 historic sites around the state, also service reductions at 23 parks and 1 historic site. And one of those parks is right here at Riverbank State Park. You can see the gate is closed. This would be open during the morning hours. It will not be opening up till 11 o'clock. So definitely a different kind of world for folks here. And to chat a little bit more about what's happening here at Riverbank, Luz Ortiz is here, and you're with the group New Yorkers to Save Riverbank. And tell me a little bit about how this is going to affect your life with these hours changes. Yeah.
Well, it's going to affect me, the community, and many other, not even from this community. You know, the park not being open at a decent time where people could come exercise and have some place for recreation is a big problem, especially with folks who have health problems. children who don't really have an outlet and will probably end up on the street now because the park is closed. There is no benefit. No benefit because there is no savings in closing this park early, since all the employees from this park have been transferred to another park to work. A budget hasn't been passed, so the truth is that where are the savings? There are no savings. These people will still get their salaries working at other parks, while we, the community, have closed gates.
Okay, and also joining us is Jerry Brock. Now, you already would have had your morning swim at this point. Yeah. You didn't. You couldn't because the gate was locked.
Right.
So certainly your life is going to change tremendously now.
Well, more to the point, 10,000 people a day use this park. This is the back door of the whole West Harlem community, and it's used by people from all over the 5 boroughs of New York. Luz had just explained there's no cost saving in this truncation of the hours and the gutting of all the park's programs so far for the summer. There's no money that's being saved. The park users, the whole thing are pawns to Governor Patterson's budget ploy and negotiation. And it sends a message, especially in this time of economic hardship, to thousands and thousands of families who depend on the park and whose kids have no other place to play except on dangerous street corners that they're not being considered at all in Albany. The damage that is done to the community and to the social fabric here of something like this is not something that anyone should take lightly. It really is important.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Jerry. Appreciate it. Jerry Brock, one of the folks who he would have had his morning swim already, and now he's going to have to either stop swimming in the mornings or find somewhere else to go. So if you are a Riverbank Park user, just so you know, for future reference, at least for now, the hours here are now 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. They used to be 6 in the morning till 11 at night. On the weekends, it'll be 9 in the morning to 7 at night. So certainly a big difference in the hours here, and folks around the neighborhood are going to have to definitely change their lifestyles, no doubt about it, unless funding is restored when the state budget is approved, and they could make that change path. So really some angry folks here.
Yeah. You know, I understand why the swimming pool would need lifeguards and everything, but they can't have one guy unlock the gates at 6?
Apparently, and you know, and that's what folks here are claiming. They said that there are some seasonal workers, but they were all transferred to other parks, so they're wondering where is the money being saved.
Yeah, I guess there's security concerns. Okay, Roger, thank you.